Blade Runner ain't playing.
NERDSoul.
Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bring you that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of Thumbnails. Yeah, you got two this week. We got to do what we got to do because we're talking about Blade Runner Blackout. And this is something that we talked about a little bit last week, I believe, where they said, hey, there's going to be a short film kind of set between the original Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. And it's going to be done by Shinichiro Watanabe. He's extremely dope. He's done like Cowboy Bebop and all kinds of stuff. And what will it look like? What will it be like? Well, guess what? It's here now. So let's talk about it. This is very well done. And it's a nice little flavor, you know, to add on to the franchise of Blade Runner. Now, I haven't seen Blade Runner yet. Planning on seeing it this weekend. But this is a nice little way to get back into the vibe of the Blade Runner atmosphere. Now, if you haven't seen it, you don't really have to worry about it because, you know, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to keep it pretty general, and the link is below. And it's really short, so you don't have to worry about spending like an hour, 2 hours trying to watch this. It's a thing right around like 15 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. But it gives you enough scenes and sequences to let you know kind of where humans are and where replicants are. Because at this time, we're seeing not the Nexus 6 anymore, we're seeing the Nexus 8. And kind of how their human relations are doing or not doing. And we're introduced to Iggy and Trixie, who are two replicants that are kind of pushing to, I guess you could say, make Nexus 8s or make replicants invisible to the registration act that's going on. So that's kind of where we're set up at the time when we meet these two. And we follow these two on their mission to kind of set off an EMP to in turn shut down any registration, shut down any kind of like numbers or any type of files or any type of documentation that there might be about replicants, so people can't hunt them down anymore. Because at the time there's some stress tensions between the two. And we take a ride on how that mission is handled or not handled when these two try to, I guess, make the world a better place for replicants. And that's something that I think is really, really cool because it shows, once again, blurs the line between how real are replicants? Are they just kind of like mimicking human nature of wanting to survive, or are they really becoming their own thing? Now, of course, they've always talked about self-aware and this, that, and the third, but how real are they? And they even make a statement, Iggy makes a statement of life isn't living, or life doesn't mean living, something to that extent. And it makes me wonder, you know, how far the tech has gone and how far the tech will even be when we get to 2049 as well, because this is set, of course, before the film. So with all that said, straight up, I had a good time with this. It was short and sweet. I love the character design. You know, Watanabe stuff is always dope. Like, you know, what is it, like Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, Champloo, stuff like that. Dude's been just such a huge influence on anime in general, and just he's been at the top of his game, and for him to lend his talents to something like this is something that I really enjoy. The action was on point. I really love the music in with the action because you get to see Iggy and Trixie, since they have to complete this mission, they definitely get into the action sequence. And I mean, as we all know, Shinichiro knows about his action, so you get to see some very cool moves and some very, you know, like some very unique ways of taking people down. And I like the character of Trixie because she seems so introspective, and Iggy seems like a true protector. Even up until, even when the credits roll, you feel these characters kind of like care about the future of their species. And that's it's weird to say because it's like, are they a species? Are they not a species? You know, this question will always run when it comes to movies like this. Like, what is real? What does it mean to be real? What does it mean to be alive? And that's stuff that I love. I love that question. I love seeing it play out on the big screen and the small screen like this. So guys, if you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it, hopefully you paused this, went back, watched it, came back, so you can holler at me. So down in the comments, let's talk about what you think about Blade Runner Blackout. I had a great time. I think the ways people try to subjugate replicants can be akin to maybe something else, but we won't go there. I will also say that if you're a regular like nighttime security guard, just get in another line of work, man. It does not work out for you, no matter whether you're on TV, and anime, or movies. Of course, guys, holler at me. I'm gonna holler at you down in them comments, and we're gonna talk about, that's right, Blade Runner Blackout. Had a good time, really enjoy it, and I think it's worth your time. So before I bounce, I gotta tell you to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All the videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all of that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com because we got onesies. That's right, for you, your lady, and your baby. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right. There is no other way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, guys, you know I got to give a shout out to LA, VA, RVA. You got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And if you're driving a big rig, protect yourself. Peace.